Hello, hello. What's up, everybody? How are y'all? Come in, come in. Yeah, let's get into this episode. Of course, we are talking Yellow Jackets.
Hello. Yes, y'all.
Hey, Daria. Always the first one in the building. We appreciate you.
Yes, love. Tika B. I see you, boo.
Mhm.
I'm on in, yes.
Yes.
Den, the Diva Den and Tamika's Den. I'm sorry. Right.
Hey. What did y'all think about this episode? Let us know in the comments what y'all rated. Hi,
Right.
Monica M.
Tika already told us it stressed her out. Same here. Same here.
Yeah, this was a little doozy right here, and we know we always already touched on it before that they always kind of give us answers and then give us questions at the same time. So, what you was thinking about this?
I thought it was a great episode. I loved it. Like for me, like this one, a lot of times with Yellow Jackets, it's not a lot of hand holding, but I feel like there was a lot of not hand holding, but it was a lot of metaphors and symbolism that I could tie to get a common theme. Usually that's what I'm good at. I'm like, oh, we're talking about doubles, we're talking about this, the Queen of Hearts, and I'd be pulling the things, but this one was one of those episodes that I was able to do that. I was like, yes. So
Yeah.
being able to feel like that. A lot of times Yellow Jackets keep you on your feet and you be like, what the hell is happening? What is going on? And I really like this episode because it made me feel like, oh, I think I know. I think I'm okay. I think I'm going. I can, it wasn't totally like crazy.
Hey, Miss T.
Hey, Mochi.
Hey, Mochi. Let me know if you want me to send you the link. I didn't even I forgot. I know I sent it to you last week, but it was out, so we haven't even got a chance to speak. But let me know.
I can send it to her too. Because I know you hosted, so I got
you. Yeah, this was crazy. This was crazy. So of course we had started out the episode with Van and Todd. We kind of, I guess, picked up where we left off with. She's telling her, about her keep bringing them out here and that she thinks is all connected, and telling her that she pretty much knew where all the symbols was for all the trees, like something along them lines. And of course Van is not really, Todd's not trying to play Van no daggone mind. She like, I know you mean well and you trying to help me, but girl, no.
right.
Like, that's not what's happening right now.
Hold on. Yeah. So with this, I was just like, yes, I love that it gave us some more backstory about this whole. But the thing I was so confused is why Van was so calm about it. Like for me, I feel like I might have been almost on freak mode. Like
right.
she was real calm. So I was just like, okay, I guess.
Yeah, she definitely was. And I think a part of the reason why she may have been calm is because it really seems like she's really believing in Lottie and the things that she's saying and doing, and have a different perspective on that, whereas Van is not. And I guess like at this point it seemed like anything goes. We done seen all kind of crazy stuff while we out here that may not necessarily make sense to us. So I think she's a little open to it, and maybe that's why she seems so much more calm. Because I know I wouldn't be calm either. None of this would make me calm.
I thought I was tripping. I was like, girl, look, listen.
So I'm guessing that's why. But child, of course, when it comes to Todd, she's completely different, and she's like fighting her as far as the stuff with Lottie too. So She ain't trying to hear none of this stuff when it's all said and done.
Right.
Wait a minute, y'all. I was
I
trying to.
was real confused that she didn't understand, or she felt like she wasn't that person. I was like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, I guess. Oh, Van is a believer.
Yeah, she definitely is. I mean, she wasn't before, but
Yeah.
I think after her coming back, and when they thought she was dead and they was about to burn her up, and she survived, and everything she
Right.
just been seeing since getting back, I think that's giving her a different perspective.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. And then she's been drawing the same way. What's they name? Like the coach and Travis and Natalie been drawing these maps. She's been kind of drawing where she's seeing all these symbols on the trees at. So of course we then got to the present day, Ty, and I thought this was interesting with her kind of having an out of body experience. I was wondering if this is the first time that she's seen it this way, or if that was just the first time that they were showing it to us in that way. But I thought that was interesting. What you thought about that?
Yeah, I thought it was interesting. I felt like they really just kind of revealed it. Like, if you was confused, we just about to let you know.
Mm-hmm.
Started doing the doubles with the whole the mirror images and all,
Mm-hmm.
and her, trying to piece together, and then it felt like she was so out of sorts. You still didn't know which personality
Yeah.
was doing what was going.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, and I definitely was like, because I was listen. It'd be a couple times in this series that I'll be confused. I'm like, wait a minute, what's happening here?
I'm still confused.
Yeah, and it was kind of like she was seeing it through a tunnel. I was like saying, okay, is this a memory, or is she having like the out of body experience where she feels like she's looking at herself doing these things, but she don't necessarily remember
Right,
doing these things,
right, right. Or is it another entity taking?
Right.
Yes.
And we were like kind of getting flashbacks to what was her name? Jessica, the reporter. So this was her place. I'm assuming that she got into here to look for this
That
folder,
found
but she didn't remember doing any of it.
the girl who smoked the thing.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I definitely thought that was interesting. I'm like, okay, where we going with this? Because I knew that she was gonna be looking for Van.
Yeah.
So now, of course, we see that that was her house. They show us her mail and they show a flashback to her. Then she's waking up in the car, completely confused of how she got there. She out of gas. I said, "Girl, where you drove to?" Oh God!
Right. Oh, that's a good
Hey,
one. Hey, Mochi.
Hold on, I gotta put my headphones in.
Okay.
What's up, y'all?
Miss T said the evil Ty hired
Hey,
Jessica.
Yes, right. That's what I was thinking, because I almost thought she was lying when she said to Misty in last season, like, once she done kidnapped her and all of that, that Ty had hired her. I was like, why would Ty be hiring her? And she said something about she wanted to make sure that none of them, was, I guess, gonna be saying anything out of pocket that could mess up her run. That she was doing, and what was it, for senator? I can't remember what she was running
Senator
for.
or congressman.
Congress, right?
Yeah.
And so she wanted to make sure they wasn't gonna mess up anything about that. And then we hear her say something about in this memory that Ty was having, we hear her say something in reference to some of y'all are living off the grid. So, Van is one of the people that's living off the grid. But she didn't even remember taking this trip where she drove to nothing. She done got this lady car out of gas. I said, we ain't gonna call no tow truck and nothing for, we just leaving her car on the side of the road.
That's how you know.
I couldn't believe that part, yo. It's like she just woke up and was like, how did I get here?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the part that was crazy with it. So
yes. Yes, I was like, okay, what we doing here? She had no recollection of it, and then she just sees the folder and all of that kind of stuff there. So I was like, okay, this is interesting. I wanted to know. Let me see. Miss T says, evil Ty wants Van because she's believer. Did she leave the folder? I thought she picked it up.
Yeah, no, when she got in
She
that truck,
says,
When
yeah,
she
Ty
got in
left
the
the
truck, I
folder.
think it was
Why?
just her and the phone.
yeah, it was.
Okay.
That's not good.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that she left it because I know she picked it up and was looking at it and was
And
just like,
the truck driver knew who she was.
and she was out there all disheveled. I said, Lord, looking a crazy
Yeah.
mess.
She looked like she got
I'm telling
morning
you, that
breath.
was evil.
Yes.
Her.
She looked like she got morning breath.
Oh,
Cause she looked like she was in a trance, like she.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh
A hot mess.
Lord.
So, of course, with Daggone Shauna, she getting ready. Her and her husband is like shots fired. They over here kind of bickering because he's still bringing up the cheating. And I'm like, I get it, but I don't think that's the biggest problem y'all have right now. So I'm laughing every time he brings that up. And then she kind of threw something back at him. And then the daughter, of course, is coming in and saying she going to her friend's house. Which, of course, later she finds out that that's not even the case. Y'all had any thoughts on that?
I don't even want to talk about this part. I want to talk about that.
Who was she with?
We don't know.
We don't know. I'm thinking it's probably that cop. Yep, that's what I was thinking.
I think okay, let's say this, y'all. If she's sleeping with that cop, because she is of age, she's in college. If she's sleeping with that cop, his case is blown anyway.
Exactly.
So I hope they are, so that way, look, because I think they did it already. I think they went out there drinking. He knows she's a college student. She young, but she legal. So he got his little tenderoni. Okay. And yeah, they was getting it in.
I think so because they made sure not to show us or emphasize who the person was. We know she not with the girl, and we know she not with her boyfriend no more. So I feel like it's him.
She's not with her boyfriend, and she already lied. It's the cop. That's the only new person she met. She seemed very intrigued by him. And yeah, I'm telling you, they probably gonna be.
Yes.
What y'all want me to come on camera? I look like who shot John?
God.
Well,
what y'all thought about this? Well, I love the way that first of all, I just love this actress anyway and the role that she having here. Natalie, the little look she was giving from the side, creeping at her, that had me cracking up.
Yo, I loved her this episode. I loved her this episode.
What y'all think about this whole thing with her? Because there's a lot of hypocrisy coming from Miss Lottie.
It is. That's what makes you think that she has like something totally different going on than what we think. I feel like it's something totally different than what we think.
Totally different, and how you totally different, but how do you mean? Like, do you feel like when you say totally different, do you mean like she's like she has something
different faces? You remember how like Gold and James St. Patrick, like kind of like two different personalities, like she's hiding something that's very sinister or whatever, and something that came from when she was back in in those days when they were.
What you talking about, Lottie or Natalie?
No, I'm talking about Lottie. I'm talking about both of them actually.
Well, I was just gonna say you could say that with both of them because you got to keep in mind Natalie spent a lot of time in the woods by herself. So we don't know what she's going to see in the future. Because it got to be something. She basically her life changed when she got back because a lot of people depended on her, and she was like more looked at as the misfit before they left.
Yeah,
she was the misfit where she marched to her own tune, and if you didn't like it, go on about your business. So yeah. As
Mm-hmm.
far as Lottie, she was already messed up before she got there.
Yeah.
She
Mm-hmm.
was. They already knew she was having these things where she was like banging her head against the wall and stuff like that, cutting herself and stuff like that. So she, how can I say this? She's messed up too, but they already knew like she was messed up. But I think that her teammates didn't know to a certain extent. Her
You think
parents did,
Mm-hmm.
but
she
not her
was
teammates.
more prone to whatever that was sinister in the woods?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she had a very good connection with the woods.
Yeah.
They
She
can,
had a connection with the woods.
yeah.
She had a connection with the woods, and so does
Ty.
Ty. So Ty
Yeah.
has a connection. I want to see how far down the rabbit hole we're gonna go with this. I'm intrigued.
Mm-hmm.
I'm open. I want to see it.
Me too. And I'm wondering if they have the connection or they're so much more receptive than maybe some of the other girls because of the fact that they had whatever issues previous to coming and they both was already taking medications like previous to this. So I don't know if it makes them more open or something, but it's
Right.
going to be interesting to see how it all play out. Now, this is part of the reason why I say she's a little bit a hypocrite because she lets Natalie know that she gotta go out. Natalie, of course, asked her for the keys. Now she's saying she want to take this ride with the girl that she stabbed, but we know she also want this keys because she want to look in the cabinet. But I said it's funny to me that here it is, Lottie's running this place and telling the people they don't need medication, they don't need to go see a psychiatrist and blah blah blah. But we finding out you still take medication and you going to see your psychiatrist every couple of months. I thought that was real interesting, but she brought up that this is a little early for her. Now y'all know I'm all for counseling, so I'm glad she going in there. But I'm just saying, it's like you lying to the people, making them
Mm-hmm.
seem like you don't need no help. What y'all thought about this?
I'm gonna let Moochie go first.
So meanwhile, while they at the what's it called, the flea market, selling their goods and stuff like that, she going to see the
Mm-hmm.
psychologist.
Right.
I feel like wait, once she had the visions in the last thing and she thought she saw the blood and all that stuff, she was like, you know what, let me take my ass to the doctor. I'm just saying. But I oh my gosh, she's a hypocrite, yo. And these people are following her and holding on to every word that she says. That's the
Definitely.
crazy boy.
Yeah, you know, people like that, they have like a charm about them. It's
Mm-hmm.
like a thing that they can turn off and on.
Let me find out. They like, I could see her aura. She's such a beautiful person. And she's so
Yes,
knowledgeable of the earth. I
Mm-hmm.
just have to follow her.
yes,
Right.
I'm telling you.
Oh, Monica M says, I don't think the new therapist was real. I think it was a hallucination. Child, listen, it could
Oh my
Let me find out, Monique M. Let me find out.
God, blowing my mind in the
Wait,
comments.
hold on. I gotta show my face. Let me find out.
have. That's interesting though. Listen, at this point, well, how this show is, I don't see
Yeah,
it past.
Even the kid is going crazy.
keep theories coming, y'all. Keep them coming because
Mhm.
makes you think of things differently and you get to pick out certain details. So love
Right.
it, Monica. Love it, Tika B. Love it, Miss T. Come on.
Yeah, Miss T always got some good ones too. She said, "Does one lady represent the good and one lady represent the evil connection to the wilderness?" It could be,
Yeah, because
definitely.
you know.
Listen. Oh,
Okay, I'm
let
sorry.
me just I don't know if we're gonna have a theory time when we get in here, but I was talking to Tamika backstage and I was saying it feels like this episode particularly, like I said, I'm one of them people that can pick out the symbolisms, the metaphors and all that stuff. And what I saw in this episode was a lot of duality. And
Mm-hmm.
it
Mm-hmm.
reminded me of that Jordan Peele movie called Us, how there was a mirror world.
Mm-hmm.
There was like you have a doppelganger. Like,
Talk about it.
yes, like we keep seeing the girl who blew up in the plane. I don't know her name. They brought her back this episode with the teddy bear and all the stuff when she saw the moose and all of that stuff. So, and then also too, it was a lot of duality in this episode when she went down in the elevator. But get in the mindset of that and see if you see it the way I see it. Put it in the comments, and we're gonna keep on moving.
I'm gonna piggyback off of you. I'm gonna piggyback off of you. Go. Oh, read her comment first.
Oh, Lottie be so on point. I'll be ready to follow her crazy ass too.
I'm gonna piggyback off what Nita said. It was a lot of duality and a lot of things. And when at the same time that Lottie was going into that hole,
yes,
Natalie was falling into that water. So, and keep in mind when she saw all of that with as far as with the church girl that flew the dead guy's plane, because that's how she said it.
Right.
She remember she died in that water. She was in that water.
Right.
So it's like, I wonder if that's some. Now I'm bringing in sci-fi. So this is stuff that I like. And as far as with that, do y'all think that's like a portal or something?
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah, that's when you were saying. I thought you was gonna say it. That's why I was like, let me let her talk. So that way,
I felt like the birds from last episode was an omen. Their plane crashing was another omen. Her not getting out of there with the plane that was working, that was an omen. Like something is going on in that area. Like that, it's like a dead space.
It's like a dead space, and it's like a
Bermuda Triangle.
I was gonna say like an invisible border. That's what I was gonna say. Exactly. That's why I mentioned the portal and things of that nature. But it was a lot of twinning, like you said, Miss T.
Absolutely.
I didn't even get to share it, y'all. So,
even with them, they were twinning.
Yes, and remember I said they seem like two sides of the same coin. Yes,
Nita,
and it definitely showed that here.
Yes,
you got a super chat, Nita.
Thank you for the super chat, sweetheart.
I gotta share this thing. I didn't even share it because I don't have the thumbnail.
I can't put it up on the screen. Is it already up on the screen?
Yeah, but I don't got the thumbnail.
I appreciate your super chat.
Yeah, so I agree. I remember last week when we was talking about it, I said they seem so similar, like it's two sides of the same coin, and they definitely showed that in this episode. Absolutely.
I thought it was so cute because you remember I was just like, I want them to get together.
I knew they was though, but I thought they was gonna end up sharing a room, but they are like the same. They are like the same, and I liked it. But when they was playing you got ants in your pants, the punk rock song. I was in high school when that song was out, and I went to school with a lot of white girls, and they was playing that shit. But anywho, they was doing the same thing at the same time. Miss Tia, back to your comment. It was a lot of twin in this episode because they was doing as far as the remote, checking the back of the TV, all of that stuff, making shit. It's just like this is her soulmate. I'm sorry, this is her soulmate. I hope she don't have to take him out.
I hope not, because that's what I'm wondering. I feel like it's more to him, just like it's more to her, but they are so similar. And it was even where they like the same music and all of that, and she felt like, oh, so this is your thing. You're infatuated with the Yellowjackets. And he's like, no, I don't care nothing about that. And first of all, that's 30 years ago. She like, no, 25. But I think he's telling the truth to a certain point, but I think he also got more stuff with him too.
Right. I feel like we can't automatically take our eye off of him because I feel like there are a lot of things that he knows, and I'm like, why do you know these things?
Right.
I did see a theory on Reddit saying that what if this was the baby that Shauna had that we thought didn't survive, because I don't think that the girl is that baby.
That's not that baby.
Okay.
That's not that baby. She had that baby after they got married. When you look at the first season, they show the wedding pictures. In the wedding pictures, she's pregnant still.
Right.
Okay.
That baby up there.
Yeah. So people are trying to put him.
Yeah, because at one point, some people even thought that was the brother. I don't know, y'all.
I don't know. It could
the
be
brother.
Something. It could be something.
Nah, I don't think he's the brother. He's too close.
I don't think he is either. But I'm just saying that was some of the theories I was hearing.
He's too close. He's too close to age. Well, come on, y'all gotta look at the character that's playing him.
Yeah,
that dude they was child actors at the same time.
He
better not be the little baby, because I'm gonna be mad if it is. I'm saying, because that sounds impossible.
Yeah, Monica said it would be super old. Okay, I guess because he didn't get an age, so I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe he's even maybe something. I don't know how old that man is, so I don't know.
I'm just saying, I'm just losing my gut with that one.
Okay,
but I could be wrong, no, Nita. I could be
wrong.
No,
you could be
totally right.
You could be that wasn't my theory. I was telling you fan theory.
No. Yeah. I like it. Don't get me wrong. I like it.
My theory was the underground, the mirror.
Right.
Yeah. No, you was on point with that one. Yeah. You was on point with that one.
Now, this part kind of irritated me. Like, I get it. We frustrated. We out of food. They saying some kind of way the meat we had left over disappeared. Who stole it? They want to start accusing Coach. And Coach was looking a little better this episode than last episode. And he wasn't here for the mess.
Coach was like, you know what? Even if I did take it, what?
Right. Like, what you going to do? Eat me?
You going to eat me?
That part made me laugh.
Yo, that's my guy. I like that part.
Yeah, she definitely does see herself with him. So this leads us to, of course, like we was already mentioning, you got half the people, or even more than half, that are fully believing that it's something special about Lottie. She's the one that's making them have the food and all of that different kind of stuff. She's the one that's seeing things. And Natalie gets pissed off, and I kind of understood where she was coming from, because she was like, but me and Travis is the one that go out here in the freezing cold while all of y'all sitting y'all behinds around, and we bringing back damn food. So then they decide they're going to have a battle. What did y'all think about this?
Oh, I liked it because everybody thinks that what Natalie does is mad easy, and it ain't.
Mm-hmm.
It's not easy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And you can see that how it played on them, like, as they grew up or whatever. Like, even with Shauna, like, later on we get into the episode, she was like, you did a lot of things that we were ashamed of.
Right. And we still ain't even begin to see what all them daggone things was, child.
We have not seen it all. We have not seen the good, the bad, and the ugly, y'all. We have not seen it all.
Let's keep going. Y'all gotta start watching this show.
But listen,
y'all are not talking about it enough. Y'all not
right.
Go ahead, Nita. Say it again.
They are going to cancel this show.
They are not going to cancel this show, because I'm going to tell you, Alanis Morissette is the one that sang the theme. They are not canceling this show.
They better not. They better not.
They are not canceling, for the simple fact Alanis Morissette sang the theme song. And if you know who Alanis Morissette is, that's that you ought to know chick.
They have to talk about it. They have to talk about it. They got to promote it. They have to.
They got a Twitter and an Instagram.
Miss T brought up a good point. She said,
Jeff said,
well, no, that doesn't necessarily mean that, but she says Jeff said only child, referring to the daughter, when arguing with Shauna. He doesn't know about the wilderness baby.
I don't think he does.
Possibly. And I'm so curious for them to show what happened. to
He
that
gotta
baby.
know he read the diary. He knows everything. I'm sorry, I disagree with that one. He knows
But I think
everything.
he's saying only daughter just in reference to she's the only child that they have now.
Miss T, you think so? You know what? I can't even doubt Miss T because you know what?
But she do be on point.
She be on point with her stuff. So you know what? I'm going to take that back, Miss T, and I'll take my hat off, even though it's my wedding, and I salute you.
Yeah, because the husband, he can say that's his only child because the child in the wilderness is not his child.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's his baby.
She was pregnant by him when she went there.
That's
the same boyfriend.
That's the same guy.
Yeah.
That's why her and Jackie. Listen, let me y'all walk with me real quick.
Yeah, that's the same guy.
Yeah, walk with me. Do you remember last season? Do you remember last season when Shauna had dinner at the mother's house and she was praising Jackie more than her?
Right.
He knows that she feels like Shauna's the runner up because Jackie. If Jackie would have came back, he would have married her.
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You don't know about the baby, then that means the mother don't know about the baby.
Yeah, no. I don't think so.
He was like you remember Tamika, I kept telling you I can't place the people.
Mm-hmm. Yes. He's the same guy.
Yeah, he's the same guy. And not only that,
under the radar.
Mm-hmm.
I thought dude that she met after the wilderness.
Right.
That's what I thought.
Nita, not only that, he's the same guy. He's the same guy. And that's who they was arguing about in the first season. That was the cause of Jackie going outside to sit in the cold.
Right.
And Shauna not calling her back because she was tired of her picking her boyfriends.
Right.
She did all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It makes total sense.
Yeah.
I'm so
that was the one.
I'm telling you this show.
Look, I had to say sorry to Miss T.
Right.
So, what y'all thought about this whole thing with this girl going to her mother's house? I liked how Natalie stepped in and what she was saying, but the mother might have some points too because you all up into this daggone coat, girl. I'm just saying. But the mother was kind of being a bee.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
I don't know. Like I feel like in life I've grown, but a child of mine said they wanted to join a cult.
Right.
You want me to be okay with that? I don't know. I mean,
I can understand her mother questioning. That's why I was kind of like
doing a good job.
But the mother seemed like she got some stuff with her too, so it was like I could kind of see from both ends. But this made me laugh. I said, no, Natalie didn't take the daggone fish and had it in her mouth.
Natalie was a G with that. She just did like the whole distraction thing. That girl wanted to take off fish.
Right.
Scoop it up in a water glass and drank it. Drank it, put it in her mouth where it had enough water. Water from the bowl. Yo, so the fish is gonna survive. I'm not for nothing. My son had a fish, and
that was definitely triggered. That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, she was triggered because remember the home she came from, that trailer park, and her mother and her father was a real butthead. So you know how it went down with her and her daddy. So, she did the pow with him.
Yeah, I definitely think that's why she went off the way she did. So, of course, this is when they decide that they're going to have this battle when they start preparing for that. We kind of talked about that a little bit. I didn't think that was a good idea, but I said, okay, y'all going to have this battle. Hey, Cinnamon. Thanks for joining us. Hey, Rashonda.
Hey, Rashonda.
So now, of course, Shauna ends up finding out that she been lying about where she been going. So she went to school to get her. I think we touched on this a little bit too.
Yeah,
and she found that picture. Why would you be keeping the picture in the desk? They all silly with this damn picture.
No, they all silly with saving stuff.
Yes.
Right. Her and her damn diaries.
Exactly.
You don't save this man wallet.
Exactly.
You know what
Like,
I'm saying?
why?
And when you save the journals, you know your husband got a hold of them and then they blackmailed you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what are you doing, son? Like, what
Yeah.
are you doing?
Yeah, that don't make no daggone sense. So of course she came up there to confront her. What did y'all think about this conversation?
I was so mad at the conversation, although the stuff that the mother was holding was way deeper. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like the daughter Jedi mind tricked her, gaslit her, and we totally didn't even focus on what the daughter was doing before we had this confrontation.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I was like, this bitch. I knew she was going to do it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I think maybe the mother should have put her card out on the table first, so that you can't come back with me with that. You have to answer my question because you already found it. Like when somebody was like, "Is there something you want to tell me, bitch?" Did you?
Right.
Look, she's the wrong kind of parent because if that was me and I found that picture and I know 86 this dude.
Yes.
I'm like, yo, you put and look, I'll be like, yo, why you got this? Are you gonna mess
Right.
it up? Well,
Right.
it's a foot. Why you ain't burn it back up?
Right. You the
Right.
I'm just saying. Are you serious?
Oh man. Mm-mm-mm.
I bet the journal doesn't have everything that happened in the wild. I'm sorry, I think it do.
Ooh.
Miss T, but you be right about everything. You know what? We gonna have a look. I'm gonna write this down, Miss T, because we gonna find out. We gonna find out. We gonna do like a
Yeah,
Maury
Miss
thing.
T be having some points.
If we find out, you
But
gotta
she
give me
was writing too much in that journal because that's even how Jackie found out everything that was going on.
exactly. That's how Jackie found out about the baby.
But guess what, y'all? That
Mm-hmm.
therapy 101 journal.
Yeah.
Tell you.
Yeah, you just got to make sure you ain't leaving it where people could get to it, especially things you don't want them to know.
You gotta
I used to get caught out there with stuff because I had a diary.
Oh God!
Everything.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta.
So
I'll be like, look, I snuck in the other night.
we could kind of skip over that, but of course, this is what we was talking about with them with the trucker. I mean, with her with the trucker, and that pen made me laugh.
I was just gonna say, remember those pins?
Yes.
You couldn't have those pins in high school. They'd be like, look, you need to get rid of that pen.
I feel like that pen is coming back. They paid too much attention to it.
You think so?
I don't
It may be. It seems like they zoomed in on it, but
you got the pen with her.
Mm-hmm.
And you know she like lady parts, so you know
right.
I want a pen too. Look, I need to get a pen like that with a ZM here.
So of course we see Lottie out here cutting herself. I guess she thought this was gonna help bring the meat to her or some type of revelation at that little stump thing that she be going to, child.
Mm-hmm.
And this is when Van is just kind of showing Todd like the comparison of what the map that Travis and them been saving and drawing and what she's been drawing and the whole thing with the trees. We kind of touched on that. And of course, she still really didn't believe her, but she did say she would go with her to look to see, what they could come across. Y'all felt anything about that?
I feel a lot about it. I feel a lot about it. You know what I feel about it? It's drawing that doll that they do.
Yeah.
And that's what it looked like. It's drawing the damn doll. And I'm dying to know what that symbol really means.
Right. Because she even drew it on her wife's hand.
Now, I'm going to ask you this. When they draw that symbol, is the cabin in the middle?
Right.
I believe so.
That's all,
I believe so.
I feel like it's all different little places, but heaven is in the middle.
Right.
It seems like they in the core of it.
Yes.
And that's why the birds dropped right there.
If they flew past it, they probably was like, meow, and then just landed on the damn roof.
Yep. So now this is when Natalie comes back and says she's seen the what was it, a deer? Frozen.
No, it was like an elk, right? What's that?
Yeah.
The same thing we saw in Game of Thrones. That
right. And she was saying she need help.
You know what, Nita? I want to go back to that because you did a very good breakdown analysis of it, and we spoke about that elk in game in House of the Dragon,
right?
And that I want.
We said that you should not kill it.
Mm-hmm.
You remember the men were out hunting it.
Mm-hmm.
It was for good luck.
Oh, a moose. That's what she saw last week with the plane, right?
Right.
Yeah, that was the one she saw on the plane.
Okay. It's good luck if it's a sighting.
Right.
If you kill it, it may do some things. So I'm not quite sure about what the meaning is for here. Moochie, what were you thinking more so with that?
I was with this whole thing. I felt like with that moose, if they brought it up and ate it, I think things would have been even worse for them.
Yes. So that
because remember when she saw it the first time, she came back to the cabin and the birds fell.
Exactly.
So it's just like
bad omen.
Can you highlight Tika B's comment? Hey, Ian.
Yeah, I was just looking at this.
Yeah, she's speaking facts.
My daughter and I were thinking that the location that Lottie Coat is also is where the cabin was located when they were stranded. That would be interesting.
I think so, but I feel like if it was there, I feel like Natalie would have really broke fool. Like you of all places,
right.
Because she knows that place.
Yeah.
So that's my reason for not thinking it's there. Because I feel like Natalie would have been flying off the handle with that one.
I don't know. I thought they were back in the States. So I didn't.
Yeah, I think so.
I didn't think that was
theory, though.
Wasn't they going to Canada or
Miss
something?
T said Nat hit the elk and it passed later. I don't think so. We didn't see her hit it.
We didn't see her shoot it.
Yeah, we didn't see her shoot it. She grabbed the gun, but
it felt like it ran off, but it could have just got grazed.
Wait a minute.
Right. Yeah.
Tika B got a rebuttal. Please highlight it.
Okay.
And it's making sense.
25 years later, the time has passed. They built highways and stuff through it because they said the purple people live down there off the highway. I mean, listen, a lot of time has passed, and we know how these people, y'all know who I'm talking about, go and build up stuff places, so it wouldn't be impossible.
Okay, so I'm going to piggyback off of Tika B's comment. If Natalie finds out that's the exact spot where the plane crashed and all of that other stuff, you don't think she's gonna spaz out after?
Yeah, she would definitely spaz out.
I think the whole group is gonna spaz out.
Now, this was the scene that really got me. Of course, y'all touched on this, and I was like, what is going on here? Like, because I said, I know this plane got burned up. This was kind of like when she found the bed, she seen the plane, the necklace, then she opening it up and going down. And I said, wait a minute. I said, if she dies, this happened? Like, what's happening? Because I know this plane should not be able to be here. That's when I really started bugging out.
Right, me too. Because I was just like, wait a minute. But then we keep seeing that particular girl, like when Travis, when she revisited when Travis died.
Yes.
Face.
And just how they did this whole part with her seeing like the bright light and getting in the elevator, but then all of a sudden it was like it was a mall and an eating area. I said, what's going on here? I was really bugging. What was y'all thinking when y'all was seeing all this?
Yeah, when I was seeing this, then I was like, oh, she dreaming.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when she was eating Chinese food. You know, yes, no food like that. She eating Chinese food.
Girl, she hungry. She delusional.
Yes.
She probably was like, yo, I'll miss. You know, you ever be out of the country? Like my sister, she craves 3 things when she comes back to the States. Pizza from New York, Chinese food.
Yeah.
and it's something else. Oh, Jamaican restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
So when she come here, we got to do all of that. And then
Yeah.
they got like a Chinese Jamaican restaurant around here that she loves. But
Mm-hmm.
with that being said, come on, when you hungry, you dream about your
Dream
food.
Yeah.
about food.
Yeah, because
Yo,
I
you be
was
like, yo, I could
figuring like
use
she
this
must
right
be
now.
dying, and then initially I thought that she was sitting around a whole bunch of the ones that had died, but then I realized no, some of these are the ones that still living. But I know that girl definitely died because I was about to say, oh yeah, she's seeing a bunch of dead people. She laying out in the snow,
No,
probably
but
dying right now.
we didn't see Jackie there though.
Right, because I was looking to see if we seen Jackie. I rewinded and paused it just so I could see. So I saw her face, and I didn't see her there.
Remember when she went in that water?
Mm-hmm.
Let me stop. Let me go back so y'all could follow walk with me with this one. The first season when she went back and fell in that water, she saw her face, and then that's
Mm-hmm.
when she told her she should have flew. She should fly the plane.
Right.
So yeah, I like this scene, even though it was like
I think it's foreshadowing something.
I think so too. I feel like, what would you say? Like,
I felt like we saw the plane blow up, but I remember her seeing the teddy bear catch on fire
Yeah.
before the plane blew up. So
yeah,
she somehow, and we just didn't see it in whatever view that we were looking at it in, and she was able to escape it. I don't know.
nah, she ain't.
I don't
Okay.
think she did, but listen, this show be taking us so many places. I'm not gonna rule it out.
I don't
And
know.
okay, Miss T, she got a comment. You know, she always got a good comment, no matter what show we do. Lottie wishes this was their lives.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And then you even seen her say like it's time for you to go. So I felt like she was telling her that because she about to go and die. Like if you don't hurry up and get out of here, you're gonna be dead. And then of course we see her, laid out on that damn snow. I said, girl, well, how long is it gonna take them to go look for her? Because I know they were supposed to be going to help Natalie pull up the daggone elk. So I was like, oh, nobody ain't gonna find her. But I know they were because of course she's still living in the present, but I was like
you know what I was gonna say with this whole thing too? Usually they say when you close to death,
mm-hmm.
it usually be a seat full of dead table full of dead people.
Right.
Yes.
Keep in mind she's a teenager.
Right.
She don't know that many dead people.
Mm-hmm.
So she's gonna have her interpretation of it this way. And this was a life that she wished she had. She made that final decision if that girl should have flew the plane. So I think she feels kind of responsible.
Good point, Miss T. Miss T says Jackie only seen by Shauna and Lottie only see Lauren. Both feel really guilty. Good point.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I could see that.
And I didn't even see her comment when I was
Now this is when, of course, they all trying to pull this daggone elk. They were so close. They was close,
right?
But not close enough, baby.
And it was already frozen, so that meat would have lasted for months.
Heavy.
Yeah, that meat would have lasted for months. So
yeah.
I think if they had them all, they probably would have been able to pull it out.
Mm-hmm.
But if they ate it, I felt like it might have been divine intervention.
Yeah, I agree.
You feel like it would have been a bad luck thing. Yeah, and that's why I think they wasn't meant to eat it too.
Yeah.
Remember, I did say that. I feel like they would have had bad luck behind.
And she was trying to climb in there after. I said, "Girl, that water was ice cold, and we just see it going down." They had to pull her back up. I said, "No, you don't want to try." Yeah. They desperate.
Girls was hungry. The last person they ate was Jackie.
Exactly.
The last thing they ate was Jackie. No, let me rewind that. The last thing they ate was them birds.
The birds, right?
Also, too, y'all, do you think that thing, because it had the antlers on its head, did it signify who the antler queen is, or could it have? Who first saw it? Who tried to get it? Do you think that there's some kind of correlation between the antler queen and that particular thing.
It could be because it seemed like it's more tied to her. It seems like I don't know. It seems like it's more tied to Natalie. Have Natalie seen it more than Lottie, or have they seen it the same amount of times?
What,
No,
the elk?
Yeah,
Natalie.
Nah,
I feel like Natalie is the one that's been
Natalie
seeing
seen
it.
it twice.
Yeah.
I
Hmm.
don't even think
I don't think Lottie saw that.
Lottie never saw that elk.
Right. I just was trying to make sure I was remembering it right.
I think everybody thinks that
Right.
and the queen. I
Hmm.
think Lottie is like the queen bee. Like I
Hmm.
feel like she is like designated like the queen
She
bee. Like,
she broke it down last episode that she was the
Right.
queen bee,
Hmm.
and they will feed off of her energy.
yeah.
Before,
Yeah, the birds sure
Jackie was
enough
the
don't
queen
got
bee.
that
We
much meat
talked
on
about
them.
that on my live. Jackie was the queen bee before.
Yeah.
Remember, they used to hang on to Jackie every word.
Yes, yes,
She had the
yes.
final word, but you know who else had a lot of power too? Um, uh, damn, the one that goes into what's her name? T, Thaisa. She has a lot
Yeah,
of she had a lot of control too with them
yeah.
girls.
She
Hmm.
definitely does. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know, it's a power struggle that's going on right now between Natalie, Lottie,
Hmm.
and I won't even say Natalie. She's not in a power struggle. She will march to her own too. So I feel like the power struggle is between Lottie and Thaisa, because
Yeah.
Thaisa, like all of these
Right.
holding on to her every word and thinking she's like, oh, she's if it wasn't for her, we'd be gone.
Right.
Right.
So you know.
Hmm.
I
I
wanted
agree.
to highlight Cinnamon's Sal's comment at 6:58. She said the birds ain't got that
Oh
much.
yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what I was highlighted it before.
Yo,
The
them
birds ain't
birds.
got that much meat on them. They sure don't.
Oh, but like you said, Moochie, last week, Jackie was the queen bee, but she didn't know how to delegate when they got there. You had to
Hmm.
crash. And that's how Misty took over for a little bit. Because remember, Misty was the first aid girl. And then
Hmm.
and that's how everything basically, it was like, I won't say it was a power struggle, but you saw how things was being handled.
Yeah, absolutely. So of course this is when Natalie and I forget this young lady's name. They basically having the conversation in the bar with the fish, and she's saying like she not thinking about unaliving herself no more. She's saying today's a good day. She pretty much telling her that she thinks she gonna be. It seemed like they in a better place, especially compared to how they started out.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and we of course this is what we was talking about earlier with them literally doing all the similar things down to the T as
This
they
is
getting
another
ready for
thing with
bed.
duality, y'all.
Yeah. That's all
Um,
this whole episode throughout.
Cinnamon said, but like you said, Moochie, last week, Jackie was the queen bee, but she didn't know how to delegate when they first crashed away. Yeah.
Yeah, she was
Hmm.
spazzing out. She left one of the girls to burn. So it was like after that,
Yeah,
who
we
wants
talked
somebody
about
like
this
that
a
in
couple of
charge?
times. The fact that when they showed ties, a little girl with her grandmother,
Yeah,
we
I
talked
talked
about
about
that.
that last week
Hmm.
on my channel.
Yeah. It's like she still sees that same person. That's why I said I think it all kind of ties into some of the things that they had before they came here to this place, and then it's kind of maybe enhancing it since they've been here. Like for some reason they're more perceptive to it.
Okay.
But that was something that she already was doing since she was little.
Right.
Yeah, then of course this is when they get into an argument now, and I kind of understood what he was saying. Like, you telling me that you admitted everything to our daughter on your own without letting me know about it, and he feels like they supposed to protect her. Certain things she shouldn't even have involvement in because she's still supposed to be a child. But at this point, she already involved herself. So listen, it is what it is. I appreciated Shauna being honest with her, but I did feel like y'all was saying earlier, she kind of missed the mark with some of the stuff that she should have been having the conversations about. And then now she want to talk about, can we make dinner together and all of that.
Right. So now it feels like the mother is under the daughter's thumb. Girl,
Right.
that word. Like,
I don't like the fact that she gave her daughter this much control.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
I have a problem with it.
Yeah, I think it was too
I have
much.
a problem with it. She already got a smart mouth. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Right.
He could not be a black mother, because if a black
Exactly. You already
she would have
know
had
that.
the 5 fingers to the face. I'm just saying.
Right.
I'm telling you, I'm still a gentle parent.
Yeah,
What I have done to keep my leverage in the situation is that I would have brought up, why do you have the license plate? Why you
exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
And
she did
not
not
only
show
that,
any sort of authority.
Exactly.
Not
You're her
only
mother.
that, they still don't know that she done had this whole conversation with this cop. They don't know that's where they got the information from.
Right.
About the affair.
Exactly.
Spill your tea if the
right.
tea gets spilled, because you know your daughter is a.
I'm sorry. Once I would have saw that picture, I would have held this up and be like, "Why are you holding this, yo?
Exactly.
Like, why you still got this? You know, you seen it in the grill and you took it out.
Right.
You knew I was burning it up.
Exactly.
What's wrong with you, son?
And then why you spend the night with somebody else other than the people you telling me? And then
exactly.
You would have got the answer you was looking for.
Right.
And not her trying to deflect the whole thing and make you look messy.
Absolutely. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I was so mad at her.
So of course they got her back now. She done froze her behind out there. They put her in the hot tub, and then they find Natalie, and she gotta hop out the tub and let her get in the water. What y'all thought about this whole thing?
I like this part because Natalie shows you that she's a team player. Even though these girls be saying a lot of little sideways stuff to her, she was like, "No, let her. I'm gonna get out. Let her get in the tub." She wasn't all the way fully, divorced it. But anywho.
Yes. Hey.
Yes. Hey, beloved review. I was so mad. I'm telling you, I think that might, I don't know if that was the first thing I was talking to Tamika about, but girl, you gotta learn something from power. If you don't learn something from power, you gotta learn how to keep the power. And you asking a question where she can deflect the whole situation back onto you, it's a no.
Miss T, I never saw this tub before now either, so I don't know where they got it from, but I was like, okay, at least we know, because they did say one day somebody was stinking bad.
No, that was the day that somebody took a number 2.
Yeah. But I thought they was like going outside to wash it. I don't know where I thought they was washing up, but this is the first time I remember them showing the tub.
I mean, that's the first time they showed the tub, but remember they showed them when they had their friends.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they was all cycling at the same time.
Right.
And they was hanging little socks or whatever the case may be there. So they had all of that. Then they they was washing their butts. Hey Inga.
Hey Inga.
Yeah, hey Inga. I was
they was washing their booties.
Thank God.
But this was like a little moment where they both said, look, we both jacked up, okay? And they kind of like, had a little moment. She was still trying to be a little bit of a B, but they probably was getting along better in this moment than they have, the last couple of months they've been
like
there.
Her and Lottie and her is battling over Travis, but
right.
I don't think Lottie really likes Travis like that. She's just genuinely caring about his safety. She want to make sure all of them come back, and she sees it as
pumpkin spice.
Ew. Yeah, I'm not on my screen, yo. Like my hair look like Who Shot John.
You so silly.
Look, okay, I'll come on. I still look like Who Shot John.
Look like no who shot John.
Like, Who Shot John?
Oh God! So of course Nita brought this up earlier too, where she's looking through these cards, and 1 minute she just seeing the little messages people wrote, and the next minute she's seeing the damn Queen of Hearts.
Oh, hey, with the Queen of Hearts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That means death.
Mm-hmm.
Ew.
Unaliving yourself, but the thing that stood out to me was the blacked out eyes, and so that reminds me of the man with no eyes.
Right.
And so that's the parallel that I saw, not necessarily like what we saw in P Valley with the Queen of Hearts and all that stuff.
Yeah,
right.
The S word thing.
Yes, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
And of course, after that, she pretty much, Lottie got to go and cut her head.
Enough? Can this just be enough? I was like, what do you mean? So
right.
when she asked the blood, the sacrifice, could this just be enough? For me, what that signified was her asking that she didn't have to. You know how the queen bee needs to do whatever to everybody so that the other people can live. And I don't know who the other people is. Is
you
it
know who the other people
is?
is?
The people in her cult?
Yeah, that's who the other people is,
So
Nita. She thinks she's saving her people.
Yellowjackets. So another queen bee or won't arise, like one of those.
I feel like she don't. You know what? I feel like also she doesn't want Natalie to expose her and talk about her faults. What you think? No, what you think though? I could be wrong, but I could be right.
That was the question, so I don't know. It could be. What you think, Tamika? You on mute?
Sorry, y'all. Was saying I know we've been on here like it was an hour already, so I'm
an hour and 3 minutes.
A little faster.
Mm-hmm. And I can't.
Of course, we had got to see them find, well, they was actually looking for the trees. They didn't see nothing, so they were saying they about to get out of here. And then they hear a noise, and they go chasing. And of course, just like I said, I knew Harvey was still up in here, y'all. I knew it. I knew he was still around. I said, oh, shoot, wait a minute. But is he really still around? That's the question, child.
Is he really himself?
Right, because he seemed like he didn't recognize him. He didn't know who they was. So I said, what's going on? They was like, it's us. He was just looking shocked.
I think he said, I'm your brother.
Because, of course, this one, she's still trying to use these daggone keys to get in the cabinet. But when he came in, everybody's face was like, what? Natalie looking guilty.
Yeah, because she took the pants, put the blood on it and was like, look, he's gone.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
But she did it for Travis because she felt
she thought she was helping, but even the way he was looking at him when he was saying, I'm your brother, he seemed like where have he been all this time, y'all? That's what
and it looked like he wasn't freezing like them girls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Where was he at?
Yeah.
He does not look like he's been in the elements. He's been frozen. I feel like there is some kind of underground world going on.
And I remember you was already saying that before.
Keep saying that. I'm like, why do they keep seeing people go underwater? They're going underground. They're going taking the elevator down. I feel like there is some underworld.
I think it's a portal.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was spooked. He looked crazy. Like, y'all people looking crazy as hell to me right now.
Bobby was out there for 2.5 months.
He
was out there for 2.5 months because remember they was like
because they kept looking for him and she was tired of keeping on going.
They held on to Jackie body for like 2 months.
Yes,
and they was like, look, we gotta burn her body. So as long as she been going, That's how long he been gone.
Right.
Remember, they didn't find him that first night.
Yeah.
I see y'all. I gotta go. I got a live start.
All right, Nita. Thank you.
All right, boo.
All right.
So yeah, y'all, that was pretty much. And then of course we got to this ending, and she finally get off this truck. I said, "Girl, you was gonna walk all the way here." We see in this video store.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we get the big reveal, but we already knew she was going to her anyway.
I'm
but
so glad that she seen her, because this is the only person that understands her, and I think she's gonna get that boy.
Yes.
What am I gonna do tomorrow, Tamika? I was supposed to talk about this tomorrow.
She said like another dimension, stranger.
Yeah,
right.
exactly, Cinnamon.
Yes.
Look, her Cinnamon, Miss T, and Tika B, y'all love y'all.
Yes.
Y'all, look, I love y'all because y'all keeping the conversation going. And
yes. She says there are mining case.
Hobby is clean. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep. Yes, I agree.
And he grew. I said, Monica, do you think it's a portal?
I think so. I definitely do.
In the chat, boo.
Oh, pumpkin spices. That's Nita. I'll go back with you and Moochie since the Lamont days and just found out you ladies have your own shows. Oh, that's great.
I am.
Yeah, I was walking with them on the Lamont days too, child. Okay. Mm-hmm. And now I end up getting my own channel. They inspired me. So we definitely appreciate you coming through. Appreciate all of y'all for stopping in. Let us know what y'all thought about this episode.
Look, I was supposed to talk about this tomorrow, and I still want to talk more, but we're not going to do a recap. We're going to do some word scrams and some other stuff, and we're going to talk about moments in the first season, because a lot of y'all got to understand what's going on with this show in order to understand the show. So we're going to do like we're going to do a recap, a kind of like a recap, and touch on the top 10 moments of last season. What y'all think of that? If y'all want to talk about that. Oh, you proud of me?
Yeah, he did come out clean and everything. I mean, come on, think about it.
Who was he with? I want to know that. I want to know where he was all this time. Because remember, the last time we saw him, he was in the woods and they told him to hide.
Yeah.
One of the people that didn't take that much. Matter of fact, it was Natalie that told him to hide.
Mm-hmm.
So where did he hide? Did he hide and go into some sort of portal or something?
Because it gotta be somewhere else that's out there.
He looked like he ain't miss a meal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
Right, while they over here trying to find some daggone food.
Miss T said a cave, a mining cave explains a lot. Like I
said. Absolutely.
Who you think?
So you guys, I thank y'all so much for joining us. I really, really do appreciate it. If you didn't get to join the live and you, of course, come through and watch on the replay, make sure you let us know, replay gang, and what your thoughts was, what you liked, what you didn't like, what you think gonna come up for the next episode, or what you rate the episode, all that good stuff. Let us know what you thinking. And Miss T, Tika B, Cinnamon, Monica M, of course, Daria, as usual, was the first one in the house. Inga came through. Pumpkin Spice. Definitely appreciate all of y'all that came through.
Y'all come back tomorrow.
Rashonda.
Go ahead. Tell everybody that's here.
I was trying to make sure I didn't miss no names.
You forgot You got Pumpkin Spice. You got
Spice. Yes.
Inga, she was here.
Yeah, Inga came through. So
Miss T.
Yeah, Miss T. She always coming in the comments, laying it down, letting us know what's going on. Laying it down
with this and Love After Lockup. Yes. 411.
Yes. Definitely
Monica, come back tomorrow. We're going to talk about it.
So, I don't know if any of y'all watch Zatima, but I'm going to be doing a live with Just Call Me EJ on Zatima at 8. So I want to try to eat me something, get myself together for that. But
she gotta get herself together. She gotta freshen up her lipstick.
Yeah.
And she will be back. I was supposed to do Power Book 2 tonight, but it's like I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I had such a rough day today. That's why I look like Who Shot John, y'all.
Listen, it be some
I
stuff
had a
going
rough
on,
day.
y'all, sometimes, child.
But I might have to upload the video. I wanted to talk about Power Book 2, but I know everybody's talked about it, but I still didn't talk about it like how I want to. So me and Tamika gonna go talk behind the scenes, and I might be live twice tomorrow with Power Book 2 and Yellowjackets. So keep your notifications on, please.
Mm-hmm.
And holla at your girl.
Yeah, stay tuned, and y'all know that we are about to come to an end with snowfall, and me and Moochie also do snowfall reviews.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we do little predictions, and then we do
of
Love After
course we are.
Lockup. So
what's tomorrow? Tuesday?
I'm
Tuesday.
losing the days. Yeah,
tomorrow's Tuesday. Wednesday we are doing the we're doing a prediction thing, but we're pre-gaming for the finale.
Oh, you said you gonna get the notifications? Yeah, sometimes I get notifications like an hour after. That's why I be saying to you guys, if you can, pay attention to our community tabs, because we put stuff there. If you following us on social media, we try to put stuff there, because sometimes YouTube do be messing around with the notifications. I'm just keep it real. Sometimes you might have to press to turn it off and then turn it back on just to update it.
Exactly. I was going to say, keep your notifications on, but if you DM me in Instagram at Moochilla Review, I will send you the link when I'm about to go live. That's what I do. So I'm know for sure I'm doing both lives tomorrow now. Cause I know Tamika got a busy schedule and she can't hook up with me tonight. She already done made her commitments and stuff. And I had things going on, but tomorrow it's on, y'all. It's on and popping. Tomorrow and Wednesday we gonna pregame. All right.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much. Appreciate y'all. Till next time, we see y'all later.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, y'all hear my cat? She always gotta make her
He said bye.
Entrance. He said see y'all later too. See you.
Later, y'all.